98 Not Out, sponsored by Shepherd Neame, proud supporters of cricket in Essex.
Ah, yeah. Bit of the Foo Fighters there.
Love a bit of Foo Fighters.
So hopefully, if this has all gone well, we'd like to welcome to 98 Not Out, Samit Patel. Samit, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good, good. And how are you coping with the lockdown at the moment?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of family time and time at home. So yeah, all good.
What are you doing? Any sort of cricketing drills in your garden or anything like that to try and keep it all going?
Well, we've got a bit of test match cricket with my 6-year-old son and a bit of homeschooling.
Oh right.
And my 1-year-old is just started to walk. So yeah, it's carnage in my house.
You've got your hands full there.
We've all been to that one. Yeah, definitely. So thanks ever so much for joining us tonight, and you're the first person we've had on from Nottinghamshire, so it's a big moment. Although I'm sure a few of the other lads after this will be wanting to get their way onto our airwaves, but we are very, very glad to have you here. So first of all, I'd just like to ask, you were taking part in the PSL for Lahore Qalandars when the virus struck. Up to that point, what was it like playing out in Pakistan? Because it was this year has seen the first time since the return of high-level cricket to the area. What were your experiences?
Very well, very good actually. I was lucky enough to play for Islamabad United in the first 2 years. Yeah. And the years that the finals were in Pakistan, we managed to get there. We won it in 2018 and lost in the semi in 2019. Yeah. And the crowds are fantastic, and obviously it meant everything to Pakistan to get cricket back there, and obviously to see their homegrown boys playing in Pakistan is obviously, to play in front of the home crowd is everything. So yeah, it was really good.
And I guess to see international stars such as yourself on their home turf would have been just fantastic for them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the more people that go to Pakistan will definitely enjoy how they play their cricket and how fanatic they are about their cricket. So, yeah, the stars that were there, they performed really well. But they've got some good talent. Especially from the bowling point of view, they've got seamers left, right and centre.
Quite young, some of them as well, aren't they?
Absolutely. So they've got Mohammed Amir, Wahab Riaz, Shaheen Afridi, Naseem Shah, Hasnain. The list could go on.
Yeah.
So they've got a good batch of fast bowlers.
No, it's good, and I think also from what we saw over here and talking to one or two people, the absolute passion that the Pakistani fans have for cricket is it's right up there, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. As I said, they've been used to watching cricket on TV, and Pakistan played their home series in the UAE, which is definitely different.
Yeah.
But the crowds they're jam-packed every game, especially T20. They're excited about. They've got a great jet of batsmen, Babar Azam, who's excellent. Yeah. Who technically is one of the best in the world.
It was a shame, really, wasn't it? Just as the whole thing was, boiling to a climax, that the virus intervened and you all had to abandon ship, as it were.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's unfortunate circumstances that we all had to arrive home, and it was probably the right decision from the PCB to cancel the tournament and make sure everyone got home. Yeah. And that's definitely the first. Safety's always got to come first in everything. It's not
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it was definitely the right decision.
Now, you're a bit of a specialist in franchise T20, and I'm just sort of doing my research. I noticed that you were playing in the Bangladesh Premier League for Rajshahi Kings alongside Essex's own Ryan Tendaskata.
Yeah, absolutely. So I played with Tendo at Rajshahi, so yeah, he's a good man. I like Tendo. Yeah.
That's a tournament that in the past had its problems with organisation, etc., but they seem to have got their act together now.
Absolutely, the BCB, have definitely got their act together. To be honest, I've never had no issues with Bangladesh Cricket Board and payment issues. It's always been around payment and guys not getting. But touch wood, I've not really had no problems with the franchise cricket in Bangladesh. They've been really good. And it's a really good competition, to be fair. The standard of cricket there is good. Yeah. I think the wickets could be a little bit better, but as I said, the players will still go there because the attraction is there with the standard of cricket.
You've also played, obviously, in the Big Bash League for the Melbourne Renegades. And how is the BBL? Is it a bit too long, or is it just about right?
Well, I only went there initially. I was only signed for the 6 games that Harry Gurney was not going to be available for, and then Harry was not available for the full tournament. So I ended up playing 9 games, and I wouldn't say it was too long. I was only there for 3.5 weeks, to be fair. And yeah, look, the Big Bash is a good competition, and I think that it's very, very well. The advertising there is the marketing. Everyone speaks about Big Bash and Big Bash time, which is really good. And I'd like to see that in Blast.
Yeah.
Everyone speaks about the T20 Blast the way they do in Australia for their Blast. And I know the 100 is a new league that's coming out in England, so hopefully that will be the same as the Big Bash, really.
I think that's what they want, isn't it? They're trying to get this kind of level of excitement and interest, which hopefully the 100 will bring. But the T20 Blast, to me, especially over the last sort of 3-4 years, seems to be on a huge upward trajectory with fans and the atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more there. Yeah. Especially standard cricket-wise, there's no difference there. Standard cricket's the same as the Blast, but as I said, you get a lot more people to the ground, and obviously their grounds are bigger, and as I said, the marketing aspect is definitely better over in Australia.
Just to pick you up on there, you sort of, a lot of professionals or ex-professionals seem to think that the Blast isn't as good as the other competitions, but as someone who's played in it, you seem to think they're more of a similar level?
Absolutely, yeah. If you put our internationals in our Blast, and obviously if you put the Aussie international guys playing in their Big Bash, then obviously standards are going to be better, aren't they? So
I think one of the things we talked about on last week's show with Paul Newman from the Daily Mail was the idea of if this season does get underway in 2020, of maybe having a pumped-up Blast competition, if the 100 gets put back a year, and maybe including an England T20 team in the Blast to try and rev it up a bit and get interest, especially ahead of the World Cup.
Well, yeah, that is also an option that the ECB could do, but I presume that the England boys will just go and join their counties, I reckon, and it'll be a stronger competition that way.
That's right. Yeah.
Which would be great to have the international boys back playing. Obviously, the standard will go up, and you test yourself a bit more. Yeah,
and they'll be itching to play as much as they can as well, won't they? Now,
especially with the pandemic now, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So last week on the show we had your good mate Ravi Bopara.
Yeah.
And I was just sort of looking at the both of your careers. You're both the same age, and your careers have spanned exactly the same period. And I think you've both had similar ups and downs with the international with the England side. And I mean, Ravi had views on this, but I was just interested to hear what you thought. Would you say that you or him, to whatever extent, were treated harshly by selectors, or were they overly strict or overly expectant of you to do certain things? Or
I don't know about that. I just think that they saw me as a different cricketer, which got to me a little bit. To be fair, they got me as a number 7 in one-day cricket, and I actually wasn't.
Right.
I could bowl overs. There's no doubt about I could bowl overs, but they saw me more as a finisher at 7, and I kind of wish I would have had my chance more up the order.
Yeah.
That would be my only thing, really, of playing international cricket. I never really got to play, firstly, a home test match, and secondly, batting up the order in one-day cricket, really. I think that was, if I ever had to put anything on it, it'd be that. But I don't have any sort of regrets with the England selectors or any problems, any issues with any management. What do I think? Is it unfair? Probably not. Maybe I could have been a bit better.
Did you actually address to them? Did you go up and say to them that I want to bat higher up the order, or did you just have to accept where they were putting you?
I kind of just accepted it at the end.
Yeah.
I think there was a few talks when Andy Flower and Gilo were in charge, and Andy went on a break straight after the India Test series, and Jalo was in charge for that. And there was a few talks about me batting higher up the order. And we trialled it in a few warm-up games, and they didn't get many runs, so they just stuck me back to 7, which I thought was a little bit harsh. But yeah, I'd rather bat at 7 than not play at all, which that's why I didn't say anything really.
Now, I saw a tweet today. You said you were watching the highlights on Sky of the 2017 Blast final.
Yeah.
2017 was quite a year for Samit Patel, wasn't it? Back-to-back hundreds in the county championship, Nottinghamshire Player of the Year, PCA Most Valuable Player, and PCA Player of the Year. Wow.
Yeah. 2017 was a great year, to be fair. I'd just like to correct you, there were back-to-back double hundreds, not hundreds.
Oh, there you go. Even better.
It's unusual for someone to correct Darren on one of his facts.
Well, there were double hundreds, not hundreds.
Fantastic.
But, yeah, no, 17 was a great year. It was my testimonial year. And, yeah, it was just a great year. We got promoted. We did the white ball double. And to get all the accolades that come with it was a really good year, so topped off really well.
Well done, and I know from being involved with a few testimonials that they are hard work as well. So
yeah, definitely hard work,
to pull off those things on the pitch with all the other stuff going on. What were your sort of events that you had in that year for your testimonial?
I had a golf day at the Nottinghamshire, which is one of the best golf courses in Nottingham. I had a Bollywood launch. Which was at Collick Hall, which was really good and worked very well done from my team, which was good. And I had the Lord's lunch in December. So yeah, no, things went smoothly. So yeah.
I was actually on the doing the PA announcing for the semi-final of the Royal London One Day Cup at Chelmsford, which you won. You basically won the game for Notts that day and won a fantastic game of cricket.
Yeah, no, that was a great day, actually. We've been on the road. We actually were on the road. We had a 4-day game at Gloucester, and then we went directly straight to Taunton, which was not too bad on travel, to play a quarter-final. And we beat Somerset there, and then we travelled all the way to Essex, direct from Taunton.
Oh, that's a long drive.
Yeah, it was a long 2.5 weeks, let's say, on the road. So it was worth it at the end. But yeah, that game at Chelmsford was something that will stay with me for the rest of my life, to be honest.
Yes,
one of my best one-day knocks that I've ever played. So,
well, I remember a lot of the Essex faithful getting up and applauding you when you came off as well. So it was certainly something.
It's very rare you get applause at Chelmsford.
That's right.
I just when you guys got 374, I thought this is going to be difficult, but then looking at the wicket and the boundaries at Chelmsford, and I actually like batting at Chelmsford, so it was. There was no panic in the dressing room at half time, which was quite calm, and we knew what we had to do. Obviously, was to knock the runs off. And when you've got some match winners in your team, you've got Hales, Vessels, Lum, Elaine, Brendan Taylor. There's some match winners there, and we know people that can pull off some special performances. So during that year, we knew that someone was going to pull it out of the bag. And I thought Stephen Mullany played an excellent knock there of 100, which took some pressure off me, really.
Yeah, I've just pulled it up on ESPN. Essex 370 for 5.
Yeah.
Some young bloke, I don't know what he's done with his career. A. Cook, he got 133. Tendo 102 off 66 balls.
Yeah.
And then you were 122 not out for 123 balls, and Stephen Mullany 111 off 75 balls. But I just remember, was it 740 odd runs scored in the day?
It was a really hot day as well, if I remember.
Yeah, it was a really nice day. It was a really good day for batting. Wicket was flat, and it was a really good wicket, and we just pulled it off. As I said, Tendo and Cookie. Well, me, Ravi, and Cookie are all the same age, so we played representative cricket together.
Yeah.
Under 19s, under 15s. So yeah, we've been together quite a few times.
Excellent. So, what have you enjoyed most about playing cricket in throughout your career or your life, probably?
Just like you see a lot of the world, but you don't, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You see a lot of hotel rooms and a lot of cricket grounds, but you actually don't see the rest of the country, which is kind of is a little bit of a shame. And the people that you meet in different parts of the world, that's what I've enjoyed the most.
Yeah.
Off the field stuff, which is quite important to when you're touring, is trying to take your mind away from cricket, and that's one of the things that I'll definitely miss when I finish playing cricket, is when the socialising and seeing a lot of the country that you're not from.
So obviously you've played it all around the world. Who's the best person or best player you've played with?
Played with?
Yeah.
That is a tough question.
We can't make it easy.
Well, I can't one person because there's about three.
Who would you say then? Give us.
When I was first growing up, Stephen Fleming for me was influential in my career at Notts. And then you've got Hashim Amla.
What a player! Yeah.
You've got Kevin Peterson. You've got. There's
God, I forgot about KP's time at Notts as well. I mean, that was quite colourful as he was everywhere, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. Okay, I was only young when KP was smashing it around in Trent Bridge, but I managed to play a one-day game with him at Taunton, and he managed to get 70 odd off about 40 balls and made it really, really easy. There was one more, David Hussey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Amler and Fleming are the ones where they just made batting look so easy.
Yeah. Okay. What about people you've played against? Who are the most formidable opponents?
Yeah, I actually didn't like Jacques Kellis.
Oh right, yeah.
I didn't like facing him. He was quite awkward. He didn't quite pick the ball up. Vern de Sewag to bowl at, Chris Gale to bowl at. They're not much fun. Dale Steyn, Morne Morkel.
Right. Yeah.
They've got some wheels on that.
Yeah, I'm finding it hard to disagree with any of that because the way they really are.
They keep you hopping around. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So what's the career plan for you? You're obviously possibly getting towards the end of your career. Not going to say anything because Darren Stevens, I think, still going at the age of 97, isn't he? But what's the long-term plan for you? Into coaching or involved in cricket or away from it totally?
I think I'll definitely stay involved in cricket. I do like the batting consultancy role. And the spin bowling knowledge that I've got, I could use. So hopefully I'll be quite attractive in that sense, where I can do two jobs really, batting and bowling. Just passing on my knowledge to the kids that are playing the next generation.
Would you like a head coach role eventually, or more a support role?
I reckon I would. I don't think I would, because the whole selection, hiring and firing, I don't reckon I could deal with that.
Yeah, you've got to be a certain type of person, haven't you?
Yeah, I reckon definitely supporting role, and help make sure they're developing their game in the right way.
All right, last question for you before we let you go.
Yes, mate.
You're a big Forest fan.
I am a big Forest fan.
As it stands, 5th in the Championship, are you dreaming of coming up to mix it with the big boys?
Well, before I left for the PSL, I was dreaming a lot, but now once I got back, I managed to watch a few games out in Lahore and screaming at 2 a.m, watching Forest Cardiff, and we're getting a little late equaliser against West Brom. Hopefully it's our year to come up, but we'll never know with the
yeah, obviously we've got to wait, but I think you're looking pretty good for a playoff place. But maybe all the playoff teams will play and the rest probably won't play. Yeah, could be, because Leeds are flying away with it, aren't they?
Well, we don't know what they're going to do. No one thinks.
Yeah, I know.
We're all in that position, and no one actually knows anything's what's going to go on, is it?
Forest are one of those old sort of big names. You know, when I was a kid, when Brian Clough and Peter Taylor were there, and it was the real heady days for Forest fans. But it's a bit like, Villa last year. You want to see these big names coming back and performing at the top level. So it would be really good to see you back.
Absolutely, yeah. I remember playing club cricket in the Derby League, and I was really young and mad Forest fan, obviously. And then we played a game at Corndon CC, and I must have got like 20 and then got out and walked around the boundary, and there was a bloke sitting in the corner with a golden retriever, and I got closer and closer, and I thought, I know that bloke. And it was Cluffy. So
oh, wow.
Lived in Corndon. And Cluffy loved cricket. So we used to watch cricket on a Saturday afternoon down at Corndon in the summer. So
fantastic.
I actually managed to meet Cluffy. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a great story. Great story.
Yeah.
All right, Samit, many thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you giving us your time, and we look to catch up, and we'll be watching your progress once the season starts, and we'll be cheering you on, and all the best for hopefully 2020 and the seasons to come.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Okay. Cheers, Samit. Thank you very much indeed.